Well, it's a season of giving, and today we're going to meet one local author who is celebrating by giving away over 75,000 copies of his books, and this year he's wanting to give away even more. I'm Emily Blaze. This is Rap Line here on GC 90.7 FM, and my guest today is author Michael Lister. Rap Line on GC 90.7 FM is a service of Gulf Coast State College and the Sussex Bay Foundation Peter Michael Trustee. And welcome back to Rap Line, Michael. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks so much for having me.
And, of course, most people know you from your mysteries, but you do screenwriting and so many other things, a philanthropist. For those who may not know, tell us a little bit about Michael Lister.
Well, I write books. That's what I do. They're set in the Panhandle of Florida, North Florida, my home, and the place that I love, and I can't imagine living anywhere else. And I like exploring this area, and I like writing about it. And most often that comes out in mysteries and thrillers, suspense novels. Occasionally, I venture outside of crime fiction and might do a romance or something else. But for the most part, it's mysteries. That's what I like. Now,
you and I met a while back when you wrote your first John Jordan mystery, Power in the Blood, correct?
Yes,
so,
in 1997.
97, wow. And we look the same
exactly
as we did
the same.
back
It's
then.
too bad there's not video from back then, or we could prove that. But
that's right. So have you calculated how many books you've written since Power in the Blood?
No, actually, I haven't. I occasionally will try to add up how many I have out and then try to figure out how many I've actually written and thrown away, because there are a few that, I get to the end and what's there is just not, I don't have the desire, energy, whatever, to go back and rewrite them. I think, that's not going anywhere, so I'll put it away. But I think right now, I think I have 12 novels out. And so that was 16 years ago that Power in the Blood came out. So that's not too bad. It's not a novel a year, but I'm doing my best.
So now you started way back 16 years ago giving away some of your books for free during the holidays, and you're still doing that today.
Yeah, in 97, I was celebrating having my first book out, and I was so excited. It came out in September of that year. I was still a full-time prison chaplain. I had written this novel about a prison chaplain detective and named John Jordan, and so the book had just come out. I had done signings and promotion and was just really enjoying it, and was hoping at that point to have a career as a novelist. I mean, that was my goal. And anyway, I was so excited, and so I said, during the holidays, I'm going to give some books away. And I set aside a certain number, and, I would do signings and events and parties and things, and I would put them in different locations and give them away. And over the years, I just kept doing it, and so this year's our 16th annual holiday book giveaway.
And you've given away 75,000 books so far?
Yeah, this year was the first time I sat down and calculated it and came up with the exact numbers. And it's over 75,000, but that's a conservative estimate, of where we are, which I'm, extremely proud of. And I honestly didn't realize it was that high. I had just been busy doing the giveaway and had never stopped and calculated. That includes everything. That includes hardbacks, paperbacks, audiobooks, ebooks, every kind of book you can imagine. It all goes into that. And that number certainly really increased exponentially with the advent of ebooks, because they can be sent all over the world in a matter of seconds. And so that really helped. But I still do the, hardcovers and paperbacks. I'll do signings and events, and so anyway, calculated it up, 75,000, and I set as a goal for this year before Christmas to reach 100.
100,000 you want to give away.
We'll see, yeah.
And now, in just a bit, we'll talk about where people can go, where you're going to be giving out the books, as well as ebooks, get some information out on that. But I'm curious to know your inspiration. Why did you start giving the books away in the first place?
First of all, as you mentioned earlier, this time of year, people tend to think about giving. And I think it's a good way to close out the year and thinking in appreciation for the year that's gone before. I've always thought that the way the universe works, you can never give too much. And I've always found that to be the case. People often say you can't outgive God. I believe that to be true. You cannot give too much, and I have benefited from giving these books away far more than any recipient of any of the books. Some people see a gift as in relationship to sacrifice. It's costing you something to give something to someone else, and that makes it more meaningful. In a religious sense, people do that sometimes as like offerings or tithing or things like that, almost in an attempt to please the gods or get favor or to make up for some wrongdoing. I've never liked that aspect or thinking of sacrificing or giving. To me, it is a way of showing appreciation and of honoring. To me, everything in life is a gift, every single thing. And everything I have was given to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I work as hard as anyone I know at being a novelist. And, it is, hours and hours every day. But everything I have was given to me, and I feel like every gift we're given is meant to be given, to share. And so I like to give. I love being around generous people. I come from a family that's very generous, and we were taught, we were given so much growing up, and we were taught to give. And then nothing feels better than doing that.
So how does it feel when you meet some of these people that come to your book giveaways and they get to meet you and you sign the books? What is that feeling like?
It's really probably the highlight of the whole event. It's nice for people to be able to go online, and that's the easiest way for people to get, and that's why we can move so many thousands of copies, because that's very quick and easy. But to be in person and to have someone say, I was really hoping I would get this book because I've read the others in the series and I really like it, and they, that kind of interaction and feedback and response is just amazing.
Now, when and where can people show up to get some of these free books?
Well, this year, even though technically we've already started giving away books, this year though we've got a theme, and our theme is the 12 Days of Christmas, and we have rewritten the words to the 12 Days of Christmas, and there's a video out that people can see on my website and on YouTube, and our 12 Days of Christmas are going to run from the 13th through the 24th. So next Friday, on December 13th, it will start.
Friday the 13th.
Yes, a lucky, lucky day. They'll be available online, and every single day go to Amazon, and on Kindle there'll be different books that are free every single day of our 12 Days of Christmas book giveaway. Be sure to look at the video. It's really funny and
Did you want
entertaining.
to maybe preview that for folks now? Did you want to sing some of that?
I'm having a little throat thing, a little issue, or I would.
Okay, I totally understand.
But locally in the Panama City area, starting next Friday, on the Friday the 13th, downtown is doing a Dickens of a Christmas. Mm-hmm. And so I'll be giving away and signing books down there in front of Books by the Sea. Then the following day, on Saturday the 14th, from 4 to 6, I'll be at the Purple Grape in St. Andrews. And then the following Thursday, the 19th, I'll be at the Civic Center as part of their open house, backstage pass reunion, signing books there from 5:30 to 8.
Okay, and you mentioned the Kindle ebooks.
Yeah, and the easiest way to go to Amazon, and you can download the free Kindle versions of these books. And you don't have to have a Kindle. You can use your smartphone, iPad. Even there's a computer app that you can actually read these books on your computer.
Okay, so just go to Amazon.com for that info.
Yeah, and my website for more information, michaellister.com.
And I know we have a new year just around the corner, and you're going to be super busy in 2014. So what are some of your big projects?
Well, 2014 is my 20th year of writing, of the serious daily writing. I started in the summer of 1994. And I have started, writing every day since then. It's been my goal, focus. And so I have 3 books coming out to celebrate this anniversary. These books were written over a long period of time. They're not, it's not like I've just written 3 books and, some of them were written a few years ago, others, within the last couple of years. But the first will be the next in my John Jordan series, and it's called Rivers to Blood. It's the 6th entry in that novel. And a lot of it takes place on the Apalachicola River and around it, and with a plane going down and an inmate escaping, and a lot of other nefarious things happening in the wild. So Rivers to Blood comes out in March. So that's the 6th John Jordan, and then the 3rd, Jimmy Riley, the Soldier series, the 1940s noir, Panama City-based. The 3rd in that series, which will complete the trilogy, is called The Big Hello. So it started with The Big Goodbye, then The Big Beyond. Now The Big Hello will wrap up, in a lot of ways, Jimmy and Lauren's story. And then I feel like the series will go on, but these 3 books function as a trilogy. So in the summer, The Big Hello comes out. And then in the fall, later in the fall, the 2nd Merrick McKnight book following Thunder Beach will come out. And it is the one that I mentioned is set entirely in Weewichka. Usually I use fictitious places mixed with some real this I'm using straight up real locations of where I grew up. In this place I love so much. That's called A Certain Retribution. And not only is it the 2nd in the Merrick McKnight series, but I'm also adding another lead character, a female character named Reggie Summers, and so then that series will go forward from there. But anyway, so 3 series books next year from 3 different series that commemorates my 20th anniversary.
So you have a lot of work ahead of you, or behind you as it may be, since these are coming out.
This both and, yeah.
Both and, yeah. And michaellister.com, more info there. Tell me a little bit more. Let's wrap this up with, again, the holiday book giveaway info on that.
Okay. The 12 days of free books Christmas, December 13th through the 24th. You can get information at my website, michaellister.com. You can go to Amazon.com and search my books, the Kindle books, and you'll see which ones are free every day. I'll be signing at the downtown Panama City on December 13th in the evening, in St. Andrews at the Purple Grape on the 14th, and downtown Panama City at the Civic Center on the 19th.
Well, you kind of answered. I was going to ask you to, wrap us up with some holiday thoughts, but if you can think of something else you want our listeners to walk away with as we're wrapping this up.
I would say find someone, even just a random person, and give them a gift. Give them something that costs you something. Not that you don't just re-gift or, but something that actually costs you something. Give them that gift, either the gift of yourself, your time, your attention, your, smile, whatever it happens to be. Give them financial help, give them a gift, and you will have done the best thing you can this holiday season.
That's a perfect way to wrap it up. I appreciate it, Michael. Thanks for coming on
Thanks
Rapline.
So much.
And that is a wrap for this edition of Rapline. Thanks again to my guest, author Michael Lister. And, of course, Rapline here on GC 90.7 FM is a service of Gulf Coast State College and the Sussex Bay Foundation. Peter Michael, trustee. Thanks for listening and have a great night.